Hello and welcome to That's Football. It's our lunchtime transfer news, the roundup. And I tell you what, you need to be tuning in every midday, Monday to Friday, because we've got a cracker, an absolute cracker. Really excited about this one. Two really good, loads and loads stories, but we're going to start off with Sergej Milinkovic-Savic of Lazio, the big midfielder, literally the big midfielder. He's 6'4", but the big midfield target this summer. Manchester United want him, City apparently, Spurs, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Lazio want to keep him. Lots and lots of interest for this lad. And look, Manchester United apparently is top of the tree. Favourites to get him. Doesn't mean we will. As a Manchester United fan, I say we. But there is a big thing which we've spoken about. I remember mentioning this on the United Stand, our other channel, a few weeks ago, that Matic plays for the same team, national team, as Milinkovic-Savic. So, and that is apparently something that Milinkovic-Savic favours going to Manchester United because he's got that relationship with Matic. He knows how to play with Matic, and he sees that as the next progressive step in his career. Because remember, he's only in his early 20s still. So big news that for Manchester United, that if they can pull that off, he is the hottest midfielder available this summer. Unless somebody like Toni Kroos decides to leave, or Verratti, Milinkovic-Savic is the midfielder of the summer. And I think he'll probably go for around £80 million as well. Definitely ticks a lot of boxes for Manchester United. He's had a fantastic season for Lazio. He's scored a lot of goals. He gets assists. He's quick. He's good at dribbling. He's good at building up the play. He gets a lot of yellow cards. He likes to put his foot in. He ticks all the boxes for what Manchester United players would want, but also what Jose Mourinho would want. He's got that height. He's got that fight, and I think he'd be perfect for Manchester United. And he's going to go to the World Cup with Matic, and maybe with Manchester United can get that deal done before, but if not, maybe they can share rooms and definitely get that deal done, because I think it'd be a very good deal for Manchester United. As a side to that, there are a few rumours floating around that Manchester United have offered Paul Pogba to PSG. Hold this thought. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Pogba will be at Manchester United next season, but don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility that Milinkovic-Savic comes in as a replacement for Pogba, not to play with Pogba. Hopefully, it will be a Matic, Savic, Pogba midfield three next season, and I think they've got the physicality to really cause some damage in the Premier League next year if that's the case. But United looking in a good position for Milinkovic-Savic, and I hope that will go. Would I take Neymar or Martial, says Nate Manning. Martial for me every day of the week. But let's carry on with the transfer news. So yesterday we were talking about Fekir going to Liverpool, and Liverpool fans very happy about that. They must have been in heaven. Well, they're already in heaven. They've got a Champions League final. But last night there was reports that Liverpool had made an offer of £130 million to bring Ousmane Dembele out of his Barcelona nightmare to the Premier League with Klopp. Now, Klopp obviously has those Dortmund connections. Dembele went from Dortmund to Barcelona. He's not had a very good season at Barcelona, Dembele. They did spend £135 million on him, and I'm sure Liverpool would quite like him. But there was always two aspects to that I didn't really agree with. One, I don't think Liverpool can afford that sort of money. And two, I don't think Barcelona would let him go after one season. And that is what has transpired to be the case. The Barcelona manager came out yesterday evening and said there's no way that Dembele will be leaving Barcelona this summer. So don't believe anything with that. Fekir could go to Chelsea, says Aslan Baker. I think that Chelsea are going to have a good summer. I think Abramovich will spend money, and that will be... They need to. Chelsea need to come back. They can't have another year not in the Champions League. Cavani has been mentioned, linked to Chelsea this morning. He says he's happy at PSG, but a top number 9 potentially. Lewandowski, I think, isn't impossible. We've mentioned Icardi as well. I think Chelsea will have an impactful summer in the transfer window. It's what they're going to lose that they need to be careful about. They're probably going to lose their manager. They've lost Champions League football. They'll probably lose Hazard, Courtois in goal. Maybe Willian will move on. So Chelsea, I think... Big refurb this summer. I think it's going to be a very exciting summer. And remember to subscribe to That's Football, bottom right-hand corner, because we will be there with you, giving you all the latest transfer news. Just to update you, Wayne Rooney may well be going to the MLS, could be going to DC United. He's not had the season I thought, Rooney, really, has he? I was quite critical of Rooney in his last couple of years at United. Absolutely love Rooney as a Manchester United player and England player. He's been absolutely fantastic. But when the chicken's cooked, you take it out the oven. And I think Rooney was cooked as a player. He'd lost that spark and yard, and that's continued at Everton. He's not been as good as he... I was quite surprised when he retired from England because I thought one more World Cup was there. But mind's willing, body's not giving. So maybe he fancies the MLS, a little bit easier, more money. And it would require a massive offer for China or the United States for former England captain to leave Everton this summer, though, says Sam Allardyce in the Liverpool Echo. United, Pulisic, Martial discussed that on the United Stand Transfer Daily. Make sure you watch that. A potential swap deal there. Can't see it happening though. And Barcelona is still trying to get Samuel Umtiti to sign a new contract. Remember, he's been flirting Umtiti with... sounds all wrong, doesn't it? Flirting Umtiti, I'll say it again, with Manchester United. He has got a release clause of £52 million, so Manchester United can offer that money, and if he decides to come, he comes. But Barcelona want to keep him, and I suspect he probably will stay there. Arsenal manager update. A lot of Arsenal fans deciding they want Allegri now. Get ready for defensive football if you do. He's going to decide his destiny at the end of the season, and may well be leaving Juventus for Arsenal. Will it be Enrique? Will it be Allegri? There's the That's Football yawn that never happens on the United Stand. And Arsene Wenger, I think, is interesting in himself. He doesn't want to retire. Feels like he wants to carry on. Where will he go? PSG are looking for a manager. French coach, maybe. If Deschamps doesn't do well in the World Cup. I think France have got a fantastic team. I just don't think Deschamps is the right manager for them. And Everton, Burnley and Championship winners Wolves are among the clubs interested in signing 34-year-old Yaya Toure. So he still wants to carry on playing. And we are looking at Man City still interested in Riyad Mahrez after a deal collapsed in January. The Times are reporting that. That's quite an interesting one. As a United fan or a Liverpool fan or a Chelsea fan or a Spurs fan, I would hope that City do sign Mahrez, because Mahrez is a good player, but he isn't Griezmann. He isn't, Messi. He's not that sort of a player. So if City sign a Mahrez, I can deal with that. They've already got a very good team. But if they go and add somebody bloody top class in there to what they've already got, it's going to make it even harder for everybody else. So Mahrez to Man City, maybe that will happen. And what else have we got? Atletico Madrid want French striker Griezmann to stay at all costs this summer, and club president Enrique Carreza met with the 27-year-old at a restaurant in Madrid in an attempt to persuade him, and that was reported by AS in Spain, funnily enough, for people who don't know who that is. So, yeah, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Griezmann stays at Atletico Madrid if they win the Europa League. It's quite a good trophy to win. I think he's going to go to Barcelona, though. I would love to see him still come into the Premier League at Manchester United, but I can't see that really happening, if I'm totally honest. But we'll see. Don't count Chelsea out yet. Liverpool may bottle it against Brighton, says Aston Fletcher. I don't think there's any chance of that. If we've got any Liverpool fans watching, all you've got to do is beat Brighton on Sunday. Assuming Chelsea beat Huddersfield tonight, who might still have an eye on their shoulder, because looking like Southampton are safe, but Swansea win their last game of the season, Southampton lose, Huddersfield lose, and they could go down. So I can't see it happening for Chelsea. I think they're going to be in the same situation as United were a couple of years ago with Van Gaal's final season, and it will be Conte's final season as well, where they'll finish on the same points as fourth place Liverpool, but they won't go into fourth place because of goal difference. Manchester United need to sign 5 players, says Aminia, and Umtiti will be in the France squad, so he's likely not to be in any transfer business until after the World Cup, says Douglas James Horn. I think the transfer window is going to be very, very interesting. It opens literally in about, I think it's 10 days time it opens in the Premier League, so very interesting to see whether Premier League clubs are going to try and get business done before the World Cup. World Cup starts around the middle of June. Obviously, people will be on international duty probably from the start of June. Champions League, there's not a lot of time there, but I think clubs will want to get people done who they're trying to sign who are in the World Cup. So if you were after Milinkovic-Savic, for those who've joining us late, Milinkovic-Savic, United are in the box seat to sign him. Apparently, he favours a move to Manchester United because of Nemanja Matic, who he plays international football with. I'll take anything at the moment. I think Milinkovic-Savic for United would be a boost, a big, big boost. He is the talent in Europe in the midfield at the moment, the upcoming talent. and he ticks a lot of boxes for what United should be going for, but also what Jose Mourinho likes. He will like that height, so hopefully Fellaini can be moved aside and Savic can come in. And as Druv says, Savic is an upgrade on Fellaini. You know what, I'm an upgrade on Fellaini, but he's a massive, massive upgrade. And Navneet says it's so ironic that many United fans are confident about teams' performances as compared to Liverpool in spite of the league positions of the teams, and don't want Sandro at United, says Fraser Lee. I presume he's talking about Alexandro. Come on, Savic, says Snaps, the moderator. Cheers for that, Snaps. And we've also got Mark. Is Savic better than Pogba because he plays for Lazio, says Pankaj. I think Paul Pogba is, funnily enough, we just spoke about Yaya Toure. Paul Pogba is potentially the best midfielder in the world if he applies himself and gets some consistency and bite into his game. Milinkovic-Savic potentially is a good player. He could be absolutely world class. The question mark over Milinkovic-Savic is Serie A to Premier League or La Liga or wherever he goes. Can he make that step up? And I think he can. I think he's got all the attributes. Like I say, he's quick. He's good off both feet. He's good in the air. He gets goals. He gets assists, and he gets a lot of yellow cards, which shows he puts his foot in. You know, you can't ask for much more from a midfielder. So I think he'd be a very, very, very good fit for United. But it doesn't necessarily mean he will go to United, does it? Savic is better than Pogba, says Syed, and I think not too many big clubs will sign players before the World Cup because the Premier League just like to do their business late, says David. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on that road to 30,000 subscribers, hopefully before the end of May and before the World Cup. I'm on the United stand at 1:30 today because Jose Mourinho is doing his press conference at 1:30, so we've put the preview back till 1:30. I'll be live on that at the United stand. Thanks everyone for watching. But back on here tomorrow, midday, with another transfer show. It's starting to come. The momentum's starting to build, so don't miss That's Football midday, live every weekday with the latest transfer news. Two big ones today. Milinkovic-Savic could be coming to United, and Ousmane Dembele won't be going to Liverpool. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.